You're choosing violence. If you see me out in public, you don't know me, keep it silent. In the bedroom, I be screaming, but outside, I keep it quiet. You know, I'm still on the lowest of the lowest. But if you can keep it, let nobody notice it.
Hey loves, welcome back to Storytime Part 2. In this story time, we will be going over all the questions that were asked in my previous video. No long talking, no time wasting. We're just going to get straight into it. But before we do so, I just want to say a big thank you to each and every one of you guys who have been liking my videos, commenting, and of course to all my new subscribers. Welcome!
Breakfast,
We're going to go with the first question from Chrissy Harvey, and she asked, know that this might be everybody's biggest downfall on the program, but how do you keep a positive mind at all times, knowing things can get pressuring and the negativity of others around you? I keep a positive mindset by always putting God first. Heavy on reading my Bible, Psalms and Proverbs every single day. Every single day. Even if I forget to actually open my Bible and read it, I do have a Bible app on my phone and I utilize that a lot because nothing no beat prayer. You always have to put God first in everything you do. As it relates to my surrounding, I try not to get myself involved in any form of altercation, arguments, or anything like that, because the way how it's serious, people like to call police on you here. So the least little thing you do, they call police for no reason, and that is going to be very bad on your record, right? You don't want to have your name in any form of scandal. So for myself, what I do is I get my hair done. I do my own hair. I do my own nails. I go out, get myself ice cream, treat myself to coffee. I'm not really going out to eat here because for obvious reasons, but I tend to just cook and I mind my business, and that's just how you go about being here on the program. If you're not here with your significant other or even a friend that you knew before you came here, it's always good to just have one person like you can literally talk to. Not saying that you must come and meet people and just be friendly and tell everybody your business, no, because people change like the wind. Believe me when I say that. So you just always want to try keep yourself to yourself, go to work, do what you need to do. Don't do more than you need to do. Don't be a people pleaser, just be you. I hope that answered that question. Let's move on to the other one. Good vlog, my question, question number 2. Good vlog, my question, you know anything for the winter out of country? I'm really interested. Guys, let me be honest with you, I do not know anything for out of country, whether it be for newcomers or returnees. I already secured a winter job, and I secured a winter job since July or June, I don't remember, because my sister had recommended me to the winter club that she worked, right? So I was not looking for any winter work at all. I had a few friends that were asking me and I was helping them to look, but so far 2 of them were successful but others were not. So I don't know anything available right now. The only thing I could say is go ahead, check out JTP website. They do post jobs like every other night and they're legit. Also, you can check seasonal jobs.dol.gov. That's a very good website to use, even though it's not too late to find a winter job, because winter season starts from October straight through to April, May. So you do have a lot of time to find the winter work just the same. A lot of places can be last minute. You have to just keep on getting to them, reaching out back to them, sending your emails, calling them to find out, because sometimes the thing is they find their workers already, but further down you have like probably 1 or 2 people who had literally dropped out, and they would have few spaces to fill. So sometimes even though you apply for somewhere and they say, hey, they fill up for the season, you can still go ahead, reach out back to them, just to do a follow-up. But I honestly don't know anywhere that needs anyone for winter right now. If I do, I will go ahead and click my live on TikTok, or I will make a video here and tell you guys how to apply. But I wish I had the resources to say apply to this place or try this place, but unfortunately I don't. All right, move on to another question. Someone, Jody Lee, says, I'm here still waiting on my turn. Girl, just go and wait on your turn. Wait for your time will come, and the job will come unexpected. And make sure that throughout this whole job hunting season, make sure that you guys are praying and having faith. Before you apply for the job, you pray. Have some faith in the Lord, because only God alone can make things possible for you. Trust me. Just make sure that you pray and have some faith. How should the resume be constructed? Is a photo on the resume necessary? Good question. Alright, I'm going to show you an example of a resume if I can find one on my iPad. However, the photo is not really important. It is optional, it is not mandatory, but in my opinion, I have a photo on my resume, and most of the people who I do resume for, I add photo on it for them if they agree to. This is why, because if I am a recruiter and I see a resume, I see a nice professional photo of you at work or of you in work attire and you're smiling, it helps to sell yourself on the resume. Not just your contact details, your employment history, your skills, but that also adds a little to the resume, if you get what I mean. As I said, I have my photo on my resume for the past 3-4 years, and I update my photo from time to time. And even though I am a resume writer, sometimes my resume just change. This minute me get up and say, all right, I'm going to change this on my resume, I want to change this style. I have the resources to do so, so I continuously keep changing my resume. I'm going to go in my app to try and show you guys an example of how it should be constructed. Just give me 1 second. I'm trying to find one that does not have anyone's information on it. Alright guys, so this is a copy of a resume. This is not a real resume. I didn't put the information there. So at the top you should have your name. This is just one template that I have, right? Over this side should have your contact details, so your number, your email, your location. Guys, you don't have to put your full address. It is not relevant, it's not necessary to go on the resume. If you're from St. Anne, Jamaica, just add St. Anne, Jamaica, and that's it. Alright, then you have your education tab. You don't have to set it up this exact way, but just make sure these are all the necessary details on the resume. Alright, so education, you put your most recent education history, whether or not you went to Hart, you went to high school, you did a training in hospitality, whatever it is, you just put it right there with the date, and that's it. Then you have a section where you have skills, right? So you would add probably 6 to 7 main skills depending on the job that you did. Then you have a section where you add your reference. You don't have to put available and request. I suggest you just add 2 references to your resume. Do not leave it like this, available upon request. Add 2 references, so their name, their number, and their email, and their job position. Alright, then over the other section now, you're going to have a summary, right, or objective, a little bit about yourself, and just for the employers to see what is it that you're about to contribute to the industry or to the organization. Then you will have your professional experience. I hope this is showing properly. Then you're going to have your experience tab. This is where you're going to put your most recent job experiences, like 3 or 4 experiences. This person only have 1, right, because they only have 1 job history. So I added a lot of duties that they did at their previous job. You want to add your job title that you did. So if you were a cashier or a server, you add it there, right? In this tab you should put the name of the place that you work and the parish. So if you worked at Burger King in St. Elizabeth, put Burger King, Black River, St. Elizabeth. Then you put the date when you started, and if you're still there, or the date that you ended. And you want to add a few of the job description. So at least 3 main job duties that you did as a server there, and it goes on. So if you have 3 experiences, add the 3 experiences here, right? In some cases, a lot of you people have resumes in which will go over on 2 pages. It's totally fine. Just make sure that it don't go on 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 page. All right, just keep it on 1 page, and that's about it. And this is another example, right? You would add your photo over here, a nice professional photo like this. No photo with you in a lot of makeup, eyelash, big hair, and all of that. Just make sure it's a simple, clean, professional photo like Olivia here. And she added that she's a marketing manager. I am using Canva to do the resume, right? This is when someone asks me to do a resume service for them, this is where I would come. These are not the exact templates that I use, but these are just examples. All right, these are just basic examples. So a resume should be constructed and looked a little bit like this. I know a lot of you would have subjects, like you have 10 subjects. That is not relevant on a resume. You don't need to put that you have 10 CXC. Just put the relevant information as I stated before, right? And that should be it for that question. Next question is, girl, thank you. My question, how should the resume structure? And I just answered that question. All right, so let's see, what's the process for the ministry? I sent in my resume and I heard nothing from them. All right, now let me go over the ministry process very keenly. So if you're a new subscriber, or someone shared this video to you from a group, or somebody just shared the video to you overall, I am going to say this. When I come on here to share my experience, it's my experience, right? My experience can be different from 10 other people's experience. My experience is my experience, and whatever I had went through at that time. When I went through the ministry at first, it was a bit stressing for me. I don't know how it was for others, because I am talking about myself. My experience is different from everyone else. When I went through the ministry, I went with them 2 times. The first time I went with them was 2021, and the second time was this year, 2025, April. Was it April? May 2025, right? The first time when I had went to the ministry, and they called me because the place that I had interviewed for, they worked with ministry, right? So they had sent my information, my phone number, my email, and everything to ministry for them to call me into process. once ministry calls you, right, they're going to say, hey, we're calling from the Ministry of Labor and Social Security. Is this Miss Vanessa? And I had answered and said, yes, this is Vanessa. They're saying, we got your information from this place and we're calling you in to process. Is it your first time traveling with ministry? And I said yes. And they said, okay, you will need a police record in that case. You're going to walk with 2 passport size photos, and you're going to walk with your visa fee, which back then I think it was $28,200, right? When they had called me and tell me that, the first thing I did was went and look about my police record, because they told me to do it. If them never tell you to do it, don't do it. If they did not tell you guys to do a police record, don't do it. Do what they instruct you to do. As I said, everyone's experience is different. Every company that works with ministry is different. Not everyone goes through the same process. And this is my process. This is my experience. All right. So they call me and they tell me the date when to come in. So I went ahead before time, did my police record. I did it on express, so I would get it back, right on time to take to them at the ministry. When I went to ministry, it was around 7 a.m. in the morning. Mind you, they're not open till 8:30, but you still have to be there early, because however, it's a lot of people there. Right? When I got there, I had to sit down and wait until it was my time to go in the building to start getting processed. I went there, I wrote they took my name, right? And because it was my first time going with them, they filled out some forms for me and took my picture that I took, the 2 passport size picture, to them, and they had stapled it on a paper and they gave it to me to take around their other location for me to process to go in their system. At that time, it was a long wait period. I had to wait a long time. So it was like a goose chase. I was back and forth from one building to the other. It's not far away. It's literally a few minutes walk, right? When I went there and I processed and I finally got through, probably after 2 hours, I got a piece of blue card. It was like a thick cartridge paper with my name on it, information, address, where I'm from, all of that details. And I took it back to the main location, which was 1 North Street. They had added me to their system there and then. Now I went in front of one of the receptionists there, and they started asking me questions about when last I traveled, just basic information, as if I was filling out a visa application. And they don't collect cash. You have to have a card to pay. If you have cash, they're going to send you downtown to pay it at a NCB location. And at the time, I did not have the money on the card. I had it in cash, and I had to leave from there, take a taxi, go downtown at the NCB downtown, and pay the money and bring the receipt back to them for them to finish doing my visa application. Right? After that, they told me, all right, your application is submitted. Listen out from us for a call. And I gave them my passport and all of that. Right? Within 4 days of me doing that visa application, they called me and say, hey, we received your passport. Your flight is going to be this Thursday, 1 p.m. So please be at the ministry by 8 a.m. I kid you not. That is how the ministry works. They work fast, yes, but the process can be a bit slow. And again, this was my experience, not Tom, Dick, and Harry experience. I'm speaking based off my experience. So please do not share the video and tell people, say, oh, that girl here, something did stressing, and try to discourage other people. I am saying this to say everyone's experience will be different, so just prepare yourself, because nothing in life not come easy, and if it come easy, leave easy. I said that in my last video. You have to be patient. right? So don't bother with a ministry and say me can't bother with this, me can't bother with that, me can't bother with them along with it, because guess what, I got just end up stay Jamaica. Okay, I guess that sums up that part of the video. Someone says this is, I think this is the last. No, there's another question. It says, after you do an interview with an employer, how long after do you hear from them if you are selected or not? Guys, after you do your interview with your employer, right, you should receive an email from them within 3 days to a week. Now, if it's a situation where in which you did not receive an email, do a follow-up email. Send them an email. Say, hey, this is Vanessa, and I'm reaching out to you in regards to the interview that we did the other day. I just wanted to know if I was successful or not, so I can move forward with seeking another job or whatever. Right, but time frame for that should be approximately 3 days to a week. That's what I would say, because let me see if I applied the job that I applied for last year. As I told you guys, I applied for the job and I heard from them within 2 days, and the following Monday I got my stuff and I applied for my stuff on my own. It's that fast. You get me? So it depends on the employer. It depends if they're working alone, if they have a company, like a agency to work with. It can take some time, but it should be approximately 3 days to a week. I answered this question already. Someone says, what's the name of the company? Guys, I did not come up with a company. I reached out to my old employer and they gave me the go ahead, say yes, they have positions available and they're going to fill me in for this position, and they will send my name down to the ministry because they work with ministry. And that was how I secured my job this summer. Right, previously I had applied for jobs, and me telling you that in a story time part 1. You get me? But yeah, that I think that's it. But with the ministry now, how to apply with the ministry? I did not apply with ministry directly, right? I applied for jobs, and those companies that I had applied with, they work with the ministry, right? So sometimes it depends on where you're applying for. They would have their agency that they work with. Some people work with Mr. Duncan, some company work with ministry, some company work with faith. There's so much different agencies that they work with, even some that I don't know on my own. Well, from the back of my head, I should say, right? And with ministry now, I think you have to directly go down there, fill out a form. And I honestly, I'm not going to lie, I don't know how the ministry process works. But the best thing for you to do is call them, or just get up one early morning and show up. Let the security know, hey, I am interested in doing the work and travel. Could you direct me where to go? Speak to someone. Ask for Mr. Sadler, because he is the one responsible for work and travel. Oh my god. Yeah, let's see. I would love your help if I can. Guys, I'm not gonna tell no, but no lie, I cannot help anybody to find a job. You don't have to find that on your own. What I can do is I can help you to do your resume, because I do offer resume services, right? So you would contact me, you pay your money, I do your resume, you get it back within 3 to 5 business days, depending on how busy I am, and I would help you to construct an email to send out. If you're sending via emails, I would tell you what websites to go on. I can only help you in that way, but in terms of you get up and go search job for, I cannot do that part. I can guide you guys, but I'm not gonna take up that responsibility, but because it's a lot, and I do have a job, so you know that I am busy, and doing resume is something that I really like, because I do like helping people in that area of it. But in terms of me to sit down to look the job for you and all that, I will not take that responsibility up, because it's just too much. I am a mom, I am a fiance, and I am a person. by myself and I have other things to do outside of work. So I don't want to take up those full responsibility. But when it comes on to doing your resume, I will help you with that. I have no problem. Back then I used to do resume for free, but I don't anymore because it's time consuming and I do think I need to be compensated for the services that I'm offering. But yeah, that should sum up all the questions that were in the comment section. It wasn't much question, but I guess I answered them to the best of my ability. I'm going to end this video right here, right now. I'm going to edit it and post it right in real time. It's now 6:42 p.m. and today is what? Today is Friday, August 29, and I'm going to post the video today. So it will be posted a bit late. Of course, I have to post it here while I'm at the cafe because internet on me had trash. Trash, 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 trash. So I'll see you guys next week. Probably I'll do another story time, or I will probably actually post a vlog. I haven't been going anywhere, guys, so that's the reason why I haven't posted a vlog. I haven't been doing anything vlog worthy. It's getting chilly, so I'm not really outside as I used to be, but we will see what we come up with next week. Right. Don't forget to do all of the good stuff, like, share, comment. Of course, share this to a friend because you may not know if they want to learn something about the work and travel program, which is the H2B. Yeah, and also if you need your resume to be done, feel free to reach out to me via my social media platforms. That's TikTok _Vanessa Natasha _ or my new Instagram, which is _Vanessa Nuts. Okay, I do have a new Instagram, so if you're not following me on my socials, you need to do so like now. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.